Hey, what's up everyone? Danny Lightning back with another microphone review. Today we are checking out the Fifine AM8. This little microphone will run you about 50 bucks, sometimes down in the 40s, depending on if you can find it on sale. You can usually pick this thing up on Amazon for really cheap. I will put an Amazon link to this microphone in the description in case you want to get one. And I did buy this one with my own money. This is a really good sounding cheap microphone. I mean, honestly, you can't get much better than this for something you can find for as low as 40 bucks to 50 bucks sometimes. All right, so we're going to go ahead and run a couple of tests to see the way this microphone performs. And the first thing we're going to test are the plosives. We're going to see when you say those P sounds, if the microphone makes a bunch of pop. So if we say Peter Piper, Peter Piper, Peter, 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 Peter Piper, does the microphone pop a lot? I mean, all microphones that are this close to your face, when the air comes out and it directly hits the capsule, it's going to make a little bit of a pop sound, but some are much worse than others. This one handles them pretty well. If you learn to say your P's correctly and keep the microphone kind of off to the side and at a 45-degree angle, as long as that burst of air doesn't come out and hit the capsule directly, you can avoid those or at least reduce them big time. And this microphone does not seem to be too bad on the plosives. The next thing we're going to test is sibilance. So if we say silly cell seashells, did the S sound harsh? Silly cell seashells, silly cell seashells. And I don't think this microphone is that bad on the sibilance. Some microphones will make the S sounds, especially on some people, sound really harsh and really fatiguing, but I think this one does a pretty good job at handling those. All right, so if we put this microphone up on a boom arm and we go ahead and do a tap test on the boom arm, how much resonance is coming back through? I mean, this isn't the world's best boom arm setup because it's up kind of high and it's kind of crazy, but what we're listening for is unwanted sounds. So if we tap on the microphone yoke or on the microphone itself, if we're hearing a bunch of like ringing, resonating frequencies, that's kind of bad. If it's just some tapping sounds, that's normal because, I mean, the microphone's going to pick up sounds if we're tapping on it. But if you hear like a nasty ringing, that's when it becomes a problem. And I don't think this microphone is too bad at all when it comes to resonance, so it does a pretty decent job on that. All right, so the next thing I'm going to test is the off-axis noise rejection. So let's turn the mic and see how it picks up from the sides and the back. So check 1, 2. We are going to go ahead and turn the mic. And are you still hearing me? We got the mic to about 90 degrees. Let's go ahead and turn it around a little bit more. And we're going to keep turning it. The mic is now at about 180 degrees. We're going to keep turning it, and we are coming back around. So that's pretty much how it does for off-axis noise rejection. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and test keyboard noise. If I were sitting in my chair right about here, the microphone would be down right about here. And this is how it sounds when I'm tapping on my keyboard. And this is kind of a loud keyboard, so this will give you an idea of how much keyboard noise this picks up. And my legs can't handle squatting down like this very much longer. So there's the keyboard noise test. So the next thing we're going to do is a proximity effect test where we get really close to the microphone and then we back away from it a little bit so we can hear out sounds at different distances. Right now we're at the optimal speaking distance, and let's go ahead and bring it forward. So check 1, 2, check 1, 2, and this is how the microphone starts to sound when you get really close to it. We are pretty much touching the microphone cover right now. Let's go ahead and back this off. So now we're getting it further away. Check 1, 2, we are getting the microphone further away, and you really never want to have a microphone this far away from you, but this is how it sounds from an arm length away, which is probably awful. And let's bring it back on in, and there we go. Ba-bam. Perfect. That's where you want to be. All right, now we're going to switch over to the USB cable so you guys can hear what this sounds like on USB. I think we ran all the little tests and stuff to give you a good idea of how the microphone performs, but let's see how she sounds on USB versus XLR. All right, so now we are on USB. So this is the way the microphone sounds on USB. It does have some changeable RGB lighting. There is a headphone jack on the back, so if you want to monitor what the microphone's recording through the headphones, just plug in your favorite set of headphones and you are good to go. It does have one gain knob to adjust the volume of the microphone, and it has a headphone volume knob to adjust the volume of your headphones. So bottom line is this mic doesn't have the greatest build quality. It's all made out of plastic. It's kind of cheaply built, but the overall sound quality is really good. They had to cut the cost somewhere to give you this kind of sound quality, So they made it out of a plastic body. Now, plastic is not necessarily a bad thing. Really high quality plastic is probably stronger than metal in a lot of ways. For example, if you drop something that's metal, there's a pretty good chance it's going to ding or dent, where a piece of plastic, well, if it's good plastic, it's not going to ding or dent. It's going to take the fall and it's going to absorb shock. Now, if it's cheap plastic, there's a chance it's going to break. I don't know if this is high quality or cheap plastic, but it's definitely made out of plastic, which may or may not be a bad thing. But besides that, I have nothing bad to say about this microphone. It is just overall really, really nice, and it does sound really good. For something you can buy for $40, $50, $55, you can't beat this thing. Again, there will be a link in the video's description and the pinned comment where you can pick one of these up if you're interested. I really do like this microphone. This is good enough for anybody doing YouTube or podcasts or anything like that. This microphone will get you to an excellent start. I think Five Fine has done a really, really, really good job making this microphone. I really do like it. I mean, for the money, you cannot beat this. Anyways, I think that's going to wrap this one up. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing. Lighten it out. Have a great day, and don't forget to check out some more of my videos. See ya.